today. From Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chicago Bears taking on the Green Bay Packers.
One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport, Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
You can script and diagram plays all you want, but no one really envisioned something like that happening this early in the game. How about that run to get things started? Didn't he win NFC Player of the Week last week?
Yeah, he was on fire a week ago, and what a start to this one.
Yeah, no sign of him cooling down at all.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 6 catches, 52 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Here's Peyton up the middle, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. This defense for the Packers, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Now Manning. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Peyton will take it in. Touchdown, Bears. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
We're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior, whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations and is doing everything in his power to follow through.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. DJ Reader busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Lawrence. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. That's the #2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be #2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be #1.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now Lawrence on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. They'll give to Falk up the middle. The numbers for Falk a week ago: 17 carries, 85 yards, and a touchdown.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
On 1st down, Lawrence. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Packers at 11-1 now on the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. There'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. So now make that a 2nd sack for them on this drive.
And, Brandon, we hear it every week when we go out to do a game. Everyone talks about playing complementary football. Their offense goes down and scores. They see that, and they want to back them up, and that they did, getting 2 sacks on this first drive.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Now a handoff inside, it's Peyton. 5 yards on the carry, good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the give, here comes Peyton. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
50 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
On play action, now Manning. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on third.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
Manning now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They go play action with Lawrence.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Chase Young in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now a give. Here's Peyton running left. Down to the 41.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Now a give, it's Peyton. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Running it here with Peyton. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
They'll run now with Peyton. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. On the run, it's Peyton. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Throwing is Manning.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Patterson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker, making his first career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've known him primarily as a tackler and a cover man, but he can go get the quarterback when the situation calls for it, as he just did right there.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Lawrence. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Give them 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
On play action, Lawrence.
He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again.
Being chased.
Lawrence hit, and the ball is free.
And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. So the fumble recovery, and now Manning.
That pass is caught by Hardy.
And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. 1st down. Working from the gun, Manning.
He goes once again right back to Hardy.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Here's Manning to throw. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Manning now on 3rd and goal. That's caught at the 2. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Now it's 7 seconds left in the first half. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Well, the Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something. This is intercepted. Picked by the linebacker, Brian Asamoah. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
On second down, Peyton. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Peyton once more, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's interesting where we are in the game now. The analytics folks, they might tell you to kick the field goal and make it a 2-score game. But you have to wonder if emotionally they're thinking, let's go for the touchdown and try and slam the door.
And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
third down. This is Jackson. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now we give inside for Fall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he'll get this up over the 25 and the 26. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 13 yards, first down, Packers. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he is going to lose yardage here. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
They go play action now. Lawrence steps away. Looking downfield for Godwin. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try the left side. Peyton. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16. Into the red zone now. Manning. And he will find his man on the outside. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be second down. Now a handoff up the middle. Peyton. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go. And we got number 53.
They run again with Peyton. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Great effort there. With his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass. And
this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown. Justin Jefferson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. McPherson now for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Manning going to throw. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Bears are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Patterson now for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Play action. It's Lawrence. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Out to his left. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Again, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On third down, Lawrence forced out to his left. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's fourth.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big third down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big fourth down call.
Fourth down, Fields has to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. On first down, Manning. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is second and less than a yard. Play action. Manning. And this is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays, the long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback. And the ball will come out to the 25. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Peyton, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing is Manning on third down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try the right side here with Peyton. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22 is coming. Mike. He can't hang.
On 2nd down now. Peyton. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there. And he's got a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. With his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Bears take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bears are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as